Hey, Lance Russell and Dave Brown, located right along the ringside. And by golly, we are laid out with a giant one today, David.
Opening match today. We're going to have Jesse Barr in here from Portland, Oregon. He'll be going against Philip Rougeau in the opening match. Bobby Fulton against Jacques Rougeau in another single match. Then we're going to have Sweet Brown Sugar in a single match, and the expiration of time match today. Get ready for 8-man tag action. Fabulous One, Superstar Bill Dundee, Dutch Mantel, and that's just what's going to be on one side of the ring.
Wait a minute.
We got everybody here but the king.
Wait a minute,
Jimmy, can you wait?
No, I can't
We'll
wait.
talk to you later
well,
on.
You talk to me now. I was just sitting in the back. Eddie Marlin, he's the one that puts these matches together. And he just came back and he gave me the little sheet. And on the sheet of paper here, it says that Sweet Brown Sugar is wrestling the man here, the Masked Marauder. Have you announced that yet? Have you announced that
Just
match
got
yet?
through saying that, yes.
You've already made that announcement. And you also said that the king was too yellow to even be here today. Did you say that? He's too yellow to even be here today?
What I said was that he is not here. Everybody else in the world is here for a great show, and if you'd let us get on with it, please.
Well, you're right. It is going to be great. But first of all, I've got a scoop, man. I've got a big scoop in wrestling, and I think the people ought to know about it, and I think you ought to know about it. And why don't you come around here and let me tell everybody about it? Come on, baby.
Jimmy,
come on, man.
Maybe this is the only way to ever get into it. Listen.
That's right. This is great.
What now?
Well, I'll tell you right now. It's like Jimmy Hart, Rona Barrett's roving reporter. I've got the biggest scoop in the history of professional wrestling right now. A lot of people, when you get up in the morning, you turn TV on and you see some guys in the ring wrestling, and you probably wonder to yourself, well, who puts those matches together? Well, Eddie Marlin puts them together. He has his favorites, and he has his non-favorite wrestlers, like Jimmy Hart in the First Family, his non-favorites. And you see, what he does is he goes over there, and when the family gets in the ring to fight somebody, Eddie Marlin stays up all day, and he stays up all night, and he stays up all week, calling all over different territories, thinking, who can I bring in to get rid of Jimmy Hart and the First Family, man? And he goes, I want to bring in the biggest and the baddest and the roughest wrestlers I can find, because what a feather in his cap if he could just slip over Jimmy Hart one time, man. If he could just pin one of my men in the middle of that ring one time, how happy he would be, man. Everybody knows that Eddie's dying of a heart attack anyhow, but this would probably add 5 more years on to his life, man. Oh, prune face, But you see, that's what we have to put up against. It's too one-sided, man. But then, when his favorite sons get up there to wrestle, like Jerry Lawler, or the Dundees, or the Kerns of the Lane, the Fabulous Ones, or whoever, then what he does is he goes out, and the Sweet Brown Sugars, he goes out, and he talks with him before the matches, and he goes, hey, King, let me ask you something. Who do you want to wrestle today? And King goes, well, I got a lot of commercials I got to do when I get through here, and I don't want to be all hot and sweaty and have my hair all messed up, so can you make it somebody easy for me, Eddie? And Eddie goes, hey, whatever you want, King, I'll do it for you. And then say when the Fabulous Ones come out, the Fabs, and I did say Fabs, not that other little word, you know what I'm saying? And when they come out here, they say, Eddie, can you put us somebody easy in there, too? Because we just want to wear our Jimmy Hart tuxedos out to the ring and our Jimmy Hart top hats and run around the ring kissing all those little girls. So can you make it somebody easy for us? And Eddie once again said, sure, I'll make it easy as you want, because y'all are my favorite boys.
You're complaining about opponents.
No, I'm telling the scoop on the people on what's happening out there, but how one-sided it really is. And so then when it comes down to Dundee, or say Sweet Brown Sugar, Sugar comes up and he goes, boss, he said, I ain't had no easy match. I got to get me a win out there, baby. I got to get me a win today. And he goes, I just want to get in the ring and slap my hands and dance around and let everybody see my big white eyes and my shiny teeth. That's what I want. And so I want somebody easy to wrestle too, boss. You know what? And that's what Eddie does. He goes out and he scrapes the bottom of the barrel, man. He goes, wait, I'm not knocking. I'm not saying this man is the bottom of the barrel. What I am saying right now is this man right now really doesn't have the experience to crawl in the ring with, like, a Sweet Brown Sugar, and I'm going to point out the reason why. Let me ask you a couple of questions right now, if I may, okay? First of all, how long have you been in wrestling? Come on, speak up. How long?
That's 3 months.
3 months. He's been in 3 months, right? Okay, now.
Start somewhere.
Okay, all right, let me ask you something else. In that 3 months, have you won any matches?
No.
You hadn't won any matches. Okay, what about, have you had a draw? When you're in the ring wrestling, have you even come to an expiration of time or a draw, anything?
No.
No, he hadn't had it all. And he's going to crawl in the ring with Sweet Brown Sugar today. The man has been in the ring, 3 months? He's had about 9 or 10 matches. Hell, he hasn't even had a draw. Have you had a win? Not even a win. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why this is a big scoop. Like I said, when Jimmy Hart talks, this is Rona Barrett, baby. This is Rona Barrett right here in Memphis, Tennessee, the scoop on professional wrestling. You have your favorites, which are the Kerns, the Lanes, the Sugars, the Dundees, and the Lawlers, and then you have your non-favorites, which is Jimmy Hart and the family. So the point I wanted to prove today is this. This man right now, one day he might be a superstar, and he probably will be, and one day he will be a great wrestler, but it's going to take time, and right now he doesn't have the experience to crawl in the ring with a sweet brown sugar today. But after a little talk with Jimmy Hart, maybe he will. Now, if you want to take over the show, take right back over. I just wanted to prove my point today on TV.
Thank you, Jimmy, for that astounding scoop. I can tell you that from here on out, anything that we do is in a nature of a comeback because you start off with a dissertation from Hart. Let's get to wrestling. We'll be back with Jesse Barr in just a moment. About just a moment, stopping off as we promised before the program that we would give Jimmy Cornette and Jesse Barr a moment before the match started. Philip Rougeau is the contestant today for Jesse Barr, and what you have on your mind, Jimmy?
Mr. Russell, I know I don't usually have a whole lot to say, but I've got some things on my mind that I have to get out right now.
Okay, fair enough.
I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old. It's no new sport to me. And, well, most kids were out playing with their toys or chasing girls or what the case may be. I was out training hours and hours every day to wrestle. You know, that was the most important thing in my life was to become a professional wrestler. And I trained for the Olympics. See all these medals? These are real medals.
I know.
It took hours and hours and hours to get these medals. And I was taught to have respect for the rules and stuff. And since I've turned professional, nobody seems to have any respect, especially in this area. And the worst one of them all I wrestled last week here, and that's Dutch Mantell.
Well, the Dutchman is a little free sometimes.
No, he doesn't know what a rule is. If somebody gave him a rule book, he'd probably use it to wipe his table off with. He doesn't know what a rule is. If I was to wrestle him in a match stipulating that if he broke any rule, I'd win the match, he'd have about as much chance of beating me as a snowball would have in hell.
God, don't get hot. Hey, come on, man. Hey,
And let me tell you something. When you talk about me, you don't talk behind my back. If you got something to say, say it to my face. Now, what are you saying out here?
I'm saying that you can't hold one rule. You can't wrestle one match without breaking the rules. I'm saying you don't even know what the rules are.
I guess you do, right, boy?
Yeah, I know.
I guess you're the great rule keeper, right?
I know every rule in the book.
I hate to come out here, but this guy here, I'm sure that you are a great amateur wrestler, but I can wrestle without breaking the rules.
No, you can't.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so at all.
Well, I think I can, boy.
Well, let's get up in the ring now, cowboy.
Come on now. No,
Come on, let's
stop.
have a
You
match.
guys
Don't push
settle
me.
your personal arguments later in here.
If you break one rule, I'm the winner of the match.
Wait a minute. What are you talking
Eddie,
about? You want to have a match?
hair,
Have
a
a match,
punch,
huh?
scratching somebody's eye.
Don't get in my face. Don't
you
get
get
my
my
face.
Wait a minute.
Please.
We already got the TV program lined up, man, so y'all just get this. We got the show.
He can't
wait,
beat me
wait.
unless he breaks the rules.
Well, you're a loud
Y'all
mouth,
can
Bar. You
settle
know
that
that.
in
Hey,
your
let me
next
say,
meeting.
hey, wait, let me say one thing. I got a match coming with you, Bar, and the winner gets a shot at the Middle America Dollar. You're supposed to wrestle Philip Rougeau today, right?
That's right.
But I'll take his place, and I'll tell you what. We'll wrestle it your way, and I'll show you that you can't beat me no matter what you do. We'll wrestle any way you want to wrestle.
Yeah.
All right, let's make it like this. Wait a minute.
You break
Let's
one
have a
rule, I'm
match.
the winner here.
Huh?
You break
If I-
one rule, I'm the winner.
Well, wait a minute. If you pull my hair, you lose, right?
That's right. But
If you gouge me, you lose. If you kick me, or if you hit me, or you break any rule, and if Cornette even as much as breathes on me, you will lose the match. Is that the way you want it? Eddie, let us have the match. Come on, man.
yeah, but it works both ways, and you're going to be the loser.
Okay. Any way you want it, baby. Hey, let us
Yes,
have the
I
match.
want
Let
the
us
match.
have
Get
the
up in the
match.
ring. Get up,
Okay.
because we got to get... You just get out.
We'll have a match.
We're going to change it. He'll take Rougeau's place. Okay, Dutch Mantell, Jesse Barr, and I can't say that I'm sad about it. I saw these guys go to draw on a dynamite match. They have no love for each other. So let's have the introductions, Dave.
All right, introducing from Portland, Oregon, at 245 pounds, Jesse Barr, and going against him from Oil Trough, Texas, the Dutchman, Dutch Mantell. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit, and the referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Bell time, and here we go. Kind of an unusual start, and I really am delighted to see this. Because let me tell you, this Barr, you're going to see, he is some great amateur background that he has. The interesting thing that I don't think that Barr really knows, Dutch can wrestle too. I mean, he is not just he is a roughneck. Look at that. He goes in for the leg dive. Dutch hooks him with that front face lock, Dave, and back into the corner they go. Good clean break.
Nice clean one, yeah. Cornette leading the applause.
Round behind, takes Dutch off his feet, goes in for the ride, and Dutch trying to sit his way out, back up on his feet with the arm. Of course, not using amateur rules. I didn't mean to imply that or confusing it. It is simply that if anybody breaks one of the existing professional rules, he is automatically a loser. Barr has said that Mantell can't go through a match without breaking rules in there, and they're setting about to prove a point. Exchanging a little conversation up there. They're both wanting to haul off and bust the other one right in the mouth. Look at that move with Barr. Goes in. Really a tight arm bar that Jesse has on there. Taking the elbow back. Dutch coming up to relieve some of it. Center of the ring. Dutch goes for the leg. Barr slips it back. Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the break and gets it. All right, I like that.
Barr going for the pressure hold, something that would put Dutch in a position that he might instinctively take a swing at him with a right hand or something like that.
We never made any bones about Dutch, but I think the confusing thing maybe in Barr's mind is that Dutch is just a roughneck, long way from it. He can flat wrestle and very fast.
And on the other side, I think we've seen Barr pop some people back on the ropes a couple of times, too.
Big shoulder. Reverse. Hip toss. Fired right over to the ropes, and the Dutchman having some problems with Oregon's great amateur champion, who has long since been a professional.
2.5 minutes gone, and I don't think a rule's been broken yet.
Not yet, no, sir. They're both sticking right to their word. And look at Jesse move in and under with that arm. Goes to the wrist. Uh-oh. You see that? Mm-hmm. Just like you were pointing out, Jesse putting the heat on that wrist, and Dutch instinctively double that fist up. Catches himself. Crowd getting in behind Dutch Mantell. Dutch. Jimmy Cornette jumping up immediately saying he's pulling hair. He did not. He started to, it looked like. He's into a headlock, but he's thrown off. Look at that leap.
Both of them with some good balance showing there. Dutch holding onto the ropes. Barr was set, but he did not commit himself to a drop kick or anything like that where he was up in the air and in trouble.
Dutch reaching out, flat of the hand, takes that arm. Moves Barr right straight over and down. Count of 1 as he went down on the mat. Nothing of any serious nature. Dutch bars the arm. Of course, you can't do that in amateur wrestling, but professional wrestling, nothing illegal about it. Nor is there in holding down the head with his leg the way he did. Barr back up on his feet. Fires Dutch across the ring. Another leapfrog. He went to go for the hip toss. Dutch takes him on a slide, too. And Jesse just kicks out. Mantell! And the power of Jesse. Uh-oh.
Dutch says, go ahead, hit me. You lose if you do.
We'll find out who's going to lose their temper.
4.5 minutes gone now. Boy, what a match. Started off a little slow as they were feeling each other out, but good, clean action, but lots of it.
Dutch giving him the chin as a perfect target if he wants to shoot that right hand. Nothing would please him better than to have Barr lose his temper and blast him one. They tie it up and back to the corner again. Jesse Barr being told to break loose, and nice clean break. Dutch out of the corner. And we're how far into it, baby?
We're now just past 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 10 seconds.
5 minutes into it, and Mantell and Jesse Barr abiding by the rules completely. Barr, whip across the ring. He goes under it. Went for the drop kick, and he missed. Dutch covers him up. 1, 2. Go ahead, hit me. Hit me. Jesse Barr having a little better thought of it now. He's the one that said Mantell couldn't go through a match without... That did it. Barr spit right in Dutch's face, and Dutch slammed him with a right hand. We're in a brawl right now. Mantell's going to be the loser.
I told you Mantell was just a brawler.
Jesse Barr psyching him when he spit in his face, and Dutch instinctively just busted him. They're not worried about rules now. Mantell's already lost it. And Eddie Marlin bringing Terry Taylor, Bobby Fulton, Brown Sugar out here trying to pull these guys apart. Marlin telling Cornette, just stay back out of here. Mantell and Barr locked in a death lock before finally the referee and Fulton get Jesse back. Taylor and Sugar, and Dutch breaks loose, pounding Jesse upside the head. What started out to be a great wrestling match, Dave, has turned into just one of those Pier 6 brawls as Dutch has flipped his temper. Barr proved a point, but he had to spit in his face in order to prove it, provoking Dutch to smash him with that right hand. Taylor trying to pull Barr off along with Bobby Fulton. Brown Sugar and the referee trying to peel Dutch back out of the way. Referee Eddie Marlin trying to get these guys apart.
Cornette telling Barr to get out of there, or Eddie Marlin is going to suspend him. So Cornette's trying to get Barr out of there now, but that's not doing any good. He's going back after Dutch.
Yeah, he's reaching through the maze of legs up there, and Dutch just kicked him right in the head. He got him back. And Jesse Barr trying to slip loose again as Taylor and Brown Sugar holding. And there goes Dutch. He's loose. Well, Dutch may be getting in trouble here. It won't be the first time he's been in trouble. Okay, well, I tell you, what we're going to do is take a break in here while they try to peel them apart. Let's take a break, and we'll come back with more action coming up in just a moment. Well, they did get them apart. Jesse Barr and Dutch Mantell really scrapping. Coming out right now, a young man that is a happy young man because he met his former tag partner, Terry Taylor, for the Southern Heavyweight Champ. And standing beside me now, the big Canadian, the new Southern Heavyweight Champ, Jacques Rougeau. Jacques, congratulations on it. Yes, it was a win over a very, very tough opponent.
Well, it's like I said before I came here in front of everybody. I said, and I was honest to Terry Taylor. I didn't go around nobody and hiding nothing. I came out here and I said, Terry Taylor, I'm going to wish you good luck because you're going to need it, and here's the results.
Well, you do, in fact, have the championship in there. There was a point or two that I had a little concern about some of the action that went on, but if you will stay right here with me, Jacques.
No, but let me ask you one thing, too. There's one thing I've noticed this morning. I don't know if anybody noticed, but how come that I ain't got no music for me this morning? Like Terry Taylor, it was some days are diamonds and some days are stone. How come I ain't got no, like, maybe dirty laundry, like kick him when he's up and kick him when he's down? Yeah, how about that?
Huh?
Okay, Jacques. Well, we'll have to see about that
Why don't
later
you
on.
talk to Eddie Marlin about that? Maybe next time I come out, I'd like to have a little bit of music myself.
Okay, fine. Well, you got the championship, but what I'd like for you to do is stand with me and look at some of the highlights
got
of
the
what was
highlights
a
of the match?
dynamite match. Yes, and
All
I'd like for
right.
you to stand right here
Yes, sir.
because there's a couple of points that I want to talk to you about. So if we can, let's take a look at Terry Taylor and Jacques Rougeau for the Southern Heavyweight title. These are the highlights of the match. Be as tough a test as he has faced. Oh, look at that move. Rougeau comes in at about 6'3 and a half, weighs 236. He's a lot of man, and that mare proved it, but look at Taylor. And Rougeau, no slowpoke himself, kick. Jacques has a tendency to lose that temper, and if he doesn't like what a guy does, he'll... Oh, look at here. Rougeau going for a monkey flip, and Taylor, a super move. Rougeau with a shoulder. Look at him time it. Oh, and he's right to his feet. And he's waiting on Taylor. Taylor holds up and says, no, sir, not playing your game, my friend. And look at Rougeau. And he busts him down with the right hand. Ah, the tempers are going. Shoulder puts Taylor down. Jacques leapfrog. Oh, and he had it wound. Man, I'm telling you, Taylor wound his clock on that one. Taylor out on the floor. He assured the referee he wasn't going out to hurt him. He just wants Rougeau back in the ring. He can't pin him on the floor. Goes out to help him up. And Rougeau, who was stunned down there.
Yeah, I wanted to say right
Taylor
here.
said, okay. I was just trying to help you
That Jacques, and there's the
Rougeau
point where
on the
Taylor
Champion
acted like a
Terry
gentleman
Taylor
down there on the
right
floor.
with the
And I
Southern
just-
Where was that,
Heavyweight
when he
Golden
busted
State?
my nose with an elbow
Rougeau
right in my
scooped
face?
him up.
Well, I understand that you thought that he caught you with the point of the elbow. The referee didn't rule it as such.
Well, whatever
So-
you say, Lance, whatever you say.
All right, well,
Taylor.
let's just keep watching here.
Look at Taylor. They were spinning around, whipping on that
Taylor,
abdominal stretch. Taylor hit the
You
ropes
both
and
were
bounced
going, it
out.
looked like, for the abdominal
Onto the
stretch
apron and
there,
down on the
Jacques, and then
floor.
you wheeled Terry out on the
And the
floor,
referee says,
right
"No,
down onto the
stay in."
concrete at this
Rougeau
point, and
said,
the
"No,
referee,
I'm not
Paul
gonna hurt
Morton,
him. I'm
is
just gonna
asking
help him
you
get
to
back in."
back up, and I assumed
he
at that
picks an
point
Indian, goes
what you
down
had done. Could I
ringside,
get your
Terry is
attention
up
just
on
1
his
second
feet.
here? You had told
Jacques
him
said,
that all you
"You
want to do is
okay?"
help him back. Did I misinterpret that, or?
Rougeau.
Now look at that. Now that's the
Now, I
point.
got out of the ring. I got out of the ring to help him, and he was going towards the post. I tried to make him avoid the post,
Rougeau.
and he ran into the post.
Two right hand. And Jacques.
Well, everybody keep your eye on it from right here on. Now, there's no question, Jacques, we've said you have great jumping ability. I've never seen a big man who could get up in the air the way you can.
I did like Muhammad Ali said, I'm going to win it, and I did it. What else can I say?
Okay,
I
right.
predicted it, and it happened. And I told him, I came out here and I warned him about my drop kick, and he had tried to teach him my drop kick, and he said, no, it ain't good, your drop kick. Well, let's see now how good it is. Let's just see right now how good it is.
Okay, let's watch right down the short rows here.
Come on, baby.
On the end of this
Let's
match.
see,
On the
now, y'all
rope.
keep your eyes on this now.
Looks like he's got
Watch
himself
this.
some problems of his own.
Come on,
Taylor
Terry Taylor,
pulling
get up,
hard.
big boy. Now watch that. Right
Oh,
on.
he nailed Taylor.
Was that nice?
He played
that
him
nice?
hard. One,
There's no question about it. One of the super moves we've seen around. There is no doubt. And
I'm
at that
impressed
point,
myself. Never mind that, man.
Rougeau and
Okay.
Never mind that.
13-44.
He's a good contender. There's no doubt about that. He's a good contender.
With that big paralyzing drop kick, holds the belt up.
I don't understand, Lance. People just, they loved it. People loved it when I drop kick Sabu and when I drop kick Apocalypse. Now I drop kick Terry Taylor and everybody seems not to like it. Well, I like it, and that's what counts. Right there.
I'm not sure that is what they maybe disliked about it. But again, congratulations. You are the AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion, Jock. You have a match coming up with a tough youngster from Columbus, Ohio.
Do you mind holding my belt, Lance?
No, we'll keep her right here for you. Okay.
Right here for me.
Okay. There you go. A very confident, excellent athlete. No question about that. The new Southern Heavyweight champ, Jacques Rougeau.
This match is going to be one full 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Columbus, Ohio at 217 pounds, Bobby Fulton. And going against him, current holder of the AWA Southern Heavyweight Championship belt from Montreal, Canada, 235 pounds, Jacques Rougeau. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee. Whoa. Rougeau going with a drop kick. Neo Bobby Fulton, as Bobby had his back to him, turned to the corner. He was going to take off his warm-up jacket. Oh, Rougeau, both knees, yeah. Bobby Fulton, still with that warm-up vest on that he came out to the ring with. Rougeau has not given him a moment to get that off. Hit him with a drop kick, the double knee. Forearm, Fulton battling back. Now the vest coming off. Fulton paid for that. Oh. Rougeau, the big guy, with the right hand, and he hit him with a fist.
No question it was a solid right hand. No forearm.
Fulton backflipped off the rope, very high off those ropes. Boy, his feet were almost in the lighting grid up there. He was so high. Rougeau drops down, lower leg across the back of the neck.
Hey, Rougeau's a big kid, 6'3" and a half,
Yeah.
6'4", somewhere right in there.
Power slam by Jacques Rougeau. Minute and a half into the action. Bobby Fulton up in the air again. Rougeau slams him. Backs to the corner. Climbs to the middle rope. It's a little spring. Fulton trying to get on his feet. Rougeau waiting for him. He's just standing there. Bobby's struggling, still not on his feet. Now he stands up, turns toward the corner. Oh! Right in the face.
Boy, let me tell you what.
There was no way.
He
was
took
not going to
him
get the
right
face down. He
apart
got
with
him
that
right in the
drop
face
kick.
with both feet.
Rougeau, the Southern Heavyweight champ.
With a bit of an attitude problem
Yes,
here, it looks like, as a result.
Kind of a pointless exercise in beating on Bobby. He almost took his head right off. Here comes Taylor. As Rougeau hops out of the ring. And we'll pass on to him. Okay, you got to win. You got to win. Okay.
Thank you, Lance.
Yeah. Terry Taylor coming out. Terry, okay, no trouble now. We've had all the trouble today.
May I please ask you one question? I'd like to ask Jacques Rougeau one question.
Got one question. No fight.
I just want to ask him one thing. With all these people watching, how can you look at yourself in the mirror and say you're the Southern Heavyweight Champion? How can you do that?
I'll tell you the truth. In front of all these people here and everybody watching right now, Lance Russell, I just think you're a sore loser, Terry Taylor.
Hey, come on, Terry, now. It was a good match. I think there's a lot of people that had a lot of questions like I did that there was a turning point in the thing that should have never happened, but...
Lance, I'll tell you, I'd like to punch him out right now, but that wouldn't get me that belt back. And I'm sorry for the trouble out here.
But as you know, that belt means so much to me, and he took it the way he did. That drop kick didn't beat me. He bushwhacked me just like he did Bobby Fulton. When he hit my head on that post, I don't remember anything after that. All I know is I got back to that locker room. I didn't have that belt. Well, Jacques, if that's the way you want to go, that's okay, because when I went to that match, I thought you were my friend. We've been up and down the roads together. We were buddies. We always talk about how we want to get up on top and, do anything we can to get there, but we always want to do it by the rules. Well, you made your move. You did what you said you were going to do. Well, you don't seem to realize that I beat Sabu, who is the toughest, the meanest, the nastiest guy in this area who can punch and kick. But the thing is, I knew he would do that on the way in. I knew that Sabu would come at me with his hands, his feet, it doesn't matter. Well, Jacques, anytime I get in the ring against you, I know how to go at you now. I'm going to come at you full speed. If I have to run your head into the post, that's okay with me. I don't mind at all. Anything I have to do to get to that belt, I will, because I'm going straight through you.
Okay, Terry, good luck to you in your career. As Dave said, Jacques seems to have kind of an attitude problem right now. We've got a lot more wrestling, a big 8-man tag match coming up later. We'll be back to it in just a few minutes. I guess we are sitting here waiting on some opponents. All right, here comes Sweet Brown Sugar. He'll be going against the Masked Marauder today. Which, in case you learned out here a little bit earlier when the show opened, Hart had to come out and had to give a long distance. Here comes the Marauder in, jumping right on Sugar, and the referee says, let's bang the bell. So we're off and running. And Sugar didn't even get his coat off. He has it off now. Marauder with Sugar up in a backdrop, Dave.
Yeah, the Marauder looked like a little Jimmy Hart coaching there. He came roaring into the studio. Grabbed Sweet Brown Sugar with his back turned. Marauder from parts unknown. Sweet Brown Sugar, sure you know by now, out of Union City, Tennessee. Weighs in at about 221. Marauder will weigh about 219. Oh. Marauder, by his own admission, does not have much experience and has no victories in the ring. Oh. Big suplex by the Marauder.
Betcha.
Jimmy Hart said he'd coach him a little bit before the match, and looks like he has done it.
Fed him gunpowder is what I think.
You're right.
Did,
we just passed the 1 minute mark. 1 minute gone. Oh, no.
Here comes Hart. Dead bucket of paint. Sabu up there with that chain. And look, Dave.
Bobby Eaton was the Masked Marauder.
Well, that's super. Boy, that's really slick, Jimmy. You are some class act if I ever saw one. Look at Brown Sugar. Yellow paint all the way up and down him. And
Jimmy Hart, you like to play with paint, don't you? You like to play with paint. I'm going to tell you what, Jimmy Hart, you done did all the paint you going to do down there. And Bobby Eaton, I want to tell you one thing, Bobby Eaton. You better laugh now, because I guarantee you, when I get my hands on you in that ring, you won't be laughing no more.
Sweet Brown Sugar, who just, well, you can't say he took a shellacking. He took a yellow painting from Jimmy Hart, and it was Bobby Eaton in the Marauders outfit.
Yeah, and he ripped the mask off then after the referee had said ring the bell, and there's Bobby Eaton standing.
Yeah, so disqualification against Hart. He racks up another. He's got a world record list of disqualification. Right. Another, well.
Minute 15 the time.
Talk
Sugar
all year about that. Yeah, Sugar the winner. We're going to be back. We got plenty of action yet to go. We got an 8-man tag match, and we'll be back to it.
Now they climb up on the ring. They're involved today in an 8-man tag team match. Well, let's tell you, one of my favorite kinds of matches, too. Everybody hold on when you have an 8-man tag team match. And this one, a total weight of 890 pounds over on the left side of the ring. Looks like everyone's going to be wrestling under a mask, all from parts unknown. We have the Destroyers, the Invader, and the Masked Marauder. And on the other side, at a total of 881 pounds, from Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee. From Oil Trough, Texas, Dutch Mantell. And from Florida, Steve Kern, Stan Lane, the fabulous one. This match to the expiration of time. Referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, the Jackets are peeling off, and we're about ready to do it to it. The Dutchman has already had a little action today with Jesse Barr. And bell time sends us right back into it, Dave.
All right. Ring still bearing the marks of Hart and the First Family and the paint that they had out here a little bit earlier. Match underway. Dutch Mantell. Boy, what a knee drop he put on the Marauder. Marauder makes a tag on one of the Destroyers. To tell them apart over in this corner, the wrestlers with the blue mask on are the Destroyers. The one with the black mask on is the Invader, and the one in red, or burgundy, is the Masked Marauder. That's the Destroyer in there right now. He makes a tag on the other Destroyer. Billy Dundee, the superstar. Grabbed the Destroyer in a headlock, got him off his feet. Tag made by Dundee. One of the fabulous ones coming in. This is Stan Lane. Lane drops down with that arm. Picks the Destroyer up. The end of the knee. Steve Kern over in the corner. Stanley makes a tag while he's there, and Steve Kern will be coming in. Steve Kern backed onto the ropes. Masked Marauder in there. Marauder up in the air. Kern makes the tag as he goes by the corner. Bill Dundee with a cover. Masked Marauder able to break out of it at a 1 count. Body slam by Dundee. Marauder makes the tag. This is the Invader coming in. Invader using the right fist. Dundee back near the corner and made the tag. Dutch Mantell around behind the Invader, and Bill Dundee let him have that right fist back. Dutch nailing him with a right hand. Tags Dundee. Dundee got him with the upper arm. Coming off the ropes. Invader with a headlock on Billy. Billy calling for the fabulous one. They double him down. Bill gets the cover. Down to 3. Gets it. First fall of this 8-man tag team match is history now. Congratulations all around over the corner of the fabulous one, Superstar, and Dutch Mantell, as they have just put together a win in this first fall. Time on it, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, 2:50 the time, and they are 1 fall up. All important first fall of this expiration of time match. We will be back with more 8-man tag action for you in just a moment.
It has the distinction of having regained the AWA Southern Tag titles.
We didn't bloody lose those titles in the first place. My cousin had been poisoned, food poisoning. He had a fever of 105, and they said, if you don't go out and if he doesn't wrestle, we have to walk out in that ring and hand the belts over to the fabulous ones. Well, hey, what a bloody insult to not only us, to our country. Our bloody country was so insulted. They said, you get those belts back no matter what. But the only way we could get a title match was if we signed a stipulation. See, we can't be fired for anything we do. So we had to sign a stipulation. If we lost, then we had to leave town. Well, listen, leaving this town would be the bloody greatest thing that could ever happen to us. But we happen to be in professional wrestling business, and this is what we're in it for. Now the bloody fabulous ones, they want a title match. Eddie Marlin comes up and says, please, please, will you give them a title match now? I said, Eddie, when you came to us and we begged you for a title match, we had to sign a stipulation where we had to leave town. Well, you'll have to sign a stipulation now. The fabulous ones have to sign a stipulation. They're going to lose their bloody hair because nobody can take these belts off us. We are the bloody sheep herders. We are the meanest two bloody wrestlers in this business today. They say you got to have heart to be a wrestler. So we have got heart. We bring it out and we put it in our hands. And then we're going to take the snips and we're going to cut the hair off. We're going to cut your hair off for sure. And that's a promise.
Sheep herders. All right, we're ready for the action coming up on the next fall of this 8-man tag. Let's go back to Dave in the ring.
Second fall action set to go here. Everybody back in the ring. We're just waiting for a signal from referee Jerry Calhoun to sound the bell and get him going. Bill Dundee able to get the pin on the Invader for the victory in the first fall for the team of Dundee, Dutch Mantell, and the Fabulous Ones. Dundee backed onto the rope. Ooh.
Vader busted him, and Billy right back again.
Look.
Here comes the Marauder, number 2 in there, and as Dave pointed out some time ago, the fact that unusual in that all of one side of the ring wrestling with masks on today. The Marauder, the Invader, and the Destroyer.
Billy turned the Marauder's mask sideways. He's got about a quarter turn on it there. He couldn't see. He was swinging blindly, and Bill popped him while he was in that shape.
High-powered on the other side of the ring, too. We got about 2 minutes in terms of our time. One fall already to the team of the Fabs, Dutch and Billy. There's a tag from Steve to Stan. Marauder being trapped in there. And that is some kind of rugged power, Dave, with the Fabulous Ones, the Dutchman, and the Superstar.
Awesome team.
Yes, sir. Stan Lane doing his thing. Look at his side suplex, it looks like. He got him, pounded him down hard, and the Marauder on that deck awfully hard. As Stan Lane now comes over, fires the head of the Marauder into Dutch Mantell's knee, who was coming through the rope. Dutch double hands the Marauder right across the back, and that was the Invader who was jiggled off the rope by Bill Dundee, while Dutch working on the Marauder. Into it, big elbow, and down goes the Marauder. We've got about 1 minute of time as Dundee takes a tag from the Dutchman, and Billy rolling down. The Marauder looked like he was going to be in a position to get a pin, but he rolled up under the rope, so that called for a break. Here's a tag, and the Invader back in the ring. Dundee had him on the end of that string with that punch, and Steve Kern takes over. And Steve beat him to the punch as the Invader goes down. Time running out on the second fall of action here, and one fall to the team of the Fabs and Dutch and Billy, and I don't think there's any question that they have this one pretty well locked up. As Stan in there, and our time running out. Ooh, and Steve zeroed him on it. He's got another pin, I believe. Yes, he does. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 falls. We got to get out of here and check our time. We'll be back in just 1 moment. Hey, we had them all here today, partner. I mean, a bunch of them. How about a recap real quick?
All right, we had Jesse Barr going against Dutch Mantell in a match that was kind of made right here in front of us. Yeah, Jesse Barr did win it, disqualification at Dutch Mantell. It was Jacques Rougeau defeating Bobby Fulton. Sweet Brown Sugar defeated the Masked Marauder. Turned out to be Bobby Eaton on disqualification when Hart jumped in there. And then it was a fabulous one. Steve Kern, Stan Lane, with Bill Dundee and Dutch Mantell winning that 8-man tag team match over the team of the Destroyers, the Invader, and the Masked Marauder. All kind of action going on here today on
I
Championship
guess
Wrestling.
the Sheepherders got the Southern tag belts back. They said if the fabulous ones get about, they got to put their hair up. Jacques Rougeau, the new Southern heavyweight champion. We just have all kind of action happening. And, of course, Jimmy Hart playing his own brand of tricks out here with yellow paint and all that kind of smart stuff. That's the way it is on Championship Wrestling. Until next week, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.